The Las Vegas Raiders have an opening at head coach, but I think it's kind of obvious who they should hire. This man came in and changed this team's direction after they fired Josh McDaniels. That man being Antonio Pierce. Now, do I have hope that Mark Davis is going to make the smart, educated decision and hire the guy right in front of him? God, no. I saw this a couple years ago with Rich Bisaccia. But even a blind squirrel finds a nut every once in a while. Antonio Pierce is right in front of him. And is the easiest hire he will ever have to make. Now, the season wasn't the best for the Raiders. Josh McDaniels had that team miserable. And until he was fired, there seemed to be no hope for them. But as soon as Antonio Pierce came in and players bought into him immediately, they were ready to run through a brick wall. After the Lions beat the Raiders, McDaniels was fired after a record of 3-5. Antonio Pierce comes in with this same exact team and goes 5-4. With some of those losses being very close games, such as their loss to the Vikings and their loss to the Miami Dolphins, which one was a playoff team. But Pierce didn't just lose to a playoff team. He actually beat a playoff team in the Kansas City Chiefs. In fact, he had a record of 3-1 against the AFC West with a dominant blowout victory against Chargers, causing them to fire their head coach, Brandon Staley. Obviously, it can all be said the Raiders love playing for Pierce. They played for him hard, and especially when we watched that Chargers game. They wanted to win for him, and they did win for him. This is a flawed roster, but they have competed in games under him. The Raiders haven't played this hard under Josh McDaniels. They did for Rich Bisaccia, and they made the playoffs. This is the easiest head coaching decision to make for Mark Davis. Even players like Max Crosby have gone to social media voicing their opinion of who they should hire. If Antonio Pierce isn't the guy in Vegas, Mark Davis has made a bad mistake.